Okay, game two, we have Zeri Pyke versus, what is this, Sona Kaisa? Real EUS lanes here. Like, um, so you said, in this game I saw Sona first pick, so my plan was to see if I can abuse her with, to the max with Pyke. Luckily the draft also shaped in which champs that made me somewhat comfortable to perform. However, the game was all over the place. My Pyke is not super mechanically clean yet either, as I added it into my pool since around the start of the season. Okie doke. Man, Pyke's a champion that's hard to get a lot of like consistent games on. So if you really want to practice Pyke, just play a shit ton of normals back to back to back to back, like all day, man. Do a whole day of Pyke and normals. Who cares? Because it's so hard to get the same scenarios in ranked. So it might take you like say 2 months to get a clean Pyke in ranked, whereas it might take you 3 days of normals nonstop if you have the time for that, whatever. But that would be the way I would go about it. Because in normals, you can attack way more than you're supposed to, and there's no consequences. So Pyke here. Is this just how the draft started? Yeah, it looks like we have an early pick on Pyke. So they show Sona, and then you do Zeri and Pyke. I don't hate it. Um, if I'm looking at the rest of their team comp, though, it doesn't show me like I don't know, because like we first picked the Pyke, right? So then they can pick whatever they want, and they picked meatballs. So now your whole dynamic is kill the Sona, which is fine. But we have the same problem. It's like we have a Zeri. It's the same problem as Renata. You have a Zeri. This champion sucks. At least early, you know? This champion is like weak Ezreal early. So yeah, they can do good things, but will they? Like I'll believe it when I see it. It's way more consistent to have something like a Lucian. So I'm still thinking like maybe we can pick something different. Uh you can do Alistar. Alistar is no problem. With Zeri, man. With Zeri. With Zeri. Isn't that a fun little mini game we're playing? Lulu, you beat the shit out of Sona with Lulu. Yeah, Lulu would have been a little bit. You cover a lot of bases with Lulu. You can play aggressive in lane, check. You can compensate Zeri, check. You can play with your top side even if Zeri's losing, check. And then you can deny the enemy, check. So you have a lot of good stuff going for you. You can go the most aggressive room page that exists too. Like, uh, if you haven't played Lulu very aggressively before, it's easily Summon Airy, Nimbus Cloak, and then you can do Transcendence, Scorch, and then a bunch of this stuff. I personally like Approach Velocity a whole lot. If you wanted to run Time Work Tonic, that's also fine. So yeah. Okie doke, let's see how the game goes here. Singed mid is really something, huh? There's nothing for you to do in the bush. So stop clicking around. They don't know you're in the bush. All that there is for you to do is what? That's right, you stand still and then you wait for a Q opportunity. Now watch what happens. Sona gets an auto Q. Why don't you charge your Q and walk at her? Why? Because you're fucking clicking around. Now you want it? Too late. I don't know why you have the damage support item either. Now you just can't get level 2 as fast. What's the point? To be more aggressive, it doesn't work like that. Now we're level 2 at the same time. L. Doke. So you're charging the hook. Sona goes forward. Keep moving into Sona. No reason to reach for this. What's the deal? Just hit the guy in front. And then what are you doing? Why are you so far back? I don't care if there's danger in the jungle. Be in the bush. Come on. Play ball here. Singe just coming to gank us? Whatever. He got it anyways, you know? Like, yeah. Oh yeah, from the Zeri. What the fuck, man? Alrighty, we got nothing to do for a little bit here. Zeri comes back to lane. And now, what's the goal of the lane? I would say to get the wave in. So then how do you help Zeri get the wave in? Well, autoing the wave is like okay, but it's not very consistent for a melee champ versus 2 range champs. Even in just the basically 1v2 that you have with the Kaisa, she can still hit you pretty much if she wants to. So you can go into the bush and then try to zone her if your goal is to get the wave in. You can also skill check her where you hit the wave, and then if she hits you, you just W and move towards her. You can try to get an E past her and then hook her into Zeri because Zeri's come back with an item advantage, which is like the boots. Okay, so you W towards her, but you didn't give her an opportunity to attack you, but she attacked the minions. And then I'm wondering, where the fuck are you going with this? What is your goal? Your goal is what on Pyke? That's right, to kill the enemy champion. What are you doing? Just E at him. Walk right into him with a charging Q. Do something like that. Attack the enemy. Stop doing all of this. Just attack them. The Kaisa made a big mistake there, autoing that minion, and you walk right past him. And I'm wondering why. And I'm thinking it's because you don't have the goal in mind of just killing them. Or at least attacking them. Great things happen when we throw the hook. Alright, you guys are way too deep here. This is a level 5 Malzahar, a Mordekaiser that may have not even recalled yet. So this is a bit much. After you got the Kaisa flash, like, it's too much to chase. Even going for the hook itself, it's like, yeah, we land it, but too slow. And then we kind of pay the price for it. Okay, nice hook, nice stun, good ignite, and just wail on him with the autos. Nice. You can also drop a taunt. Okay, Q. 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 Let's see a Q. You can just stab him right here. There you go. Alrighty, got the job done. That's what I'm talking about. Now, your ADC is CSing the wave, but the enemy has stayed and then looked at you, and then they have a Sona, so... Alrighty. Hook the Kaisa. Deal. No sums, apparently, too. Think. Nice. Alrighty, and then Moby Boots is way too much, big man. You just got a kill. You have Serrated Dirk Gold. Let's get a Serrated Dirk against Sona. What's our goal? You picked Pyke to kill Sona, right? What the fuck are the Mobies for? Sorry for being so aggressive. But you know what I mean? Let's just keep killing Sona like 80 times right here. Fuck Mobies. Don't go mid. Don't. It's up to mid lane to come to us. Also, like, you pretty much need Merc Treads this game. Look, they got Skarner, Singe, Sona, Kaisa. I don't even know who their top lane is. That's a lot of magic damage. Alrighty, the Pyke is here to gank the Singed with the Malzahar that has no ulti. You know what I mean? Stay by. Kill Sona. Get level 6. Don't do that. Because what do you give up if you go mid? The lane state bot. And how does the enemy punish it? By attacking your ADC. Why? Because the lane state sucks. And now our ADC is dead and we can't what? Attack Sona. Which was our whole, that's the whole shebang. That's why we showed up to work today. L. It's 9 minutes in. We're not level 6. And I'm pissed off. We land the hook. Okay. All right. Waiting on the W. We hit level 6. Let's party. Use that W right now. Stop fucking around. Run in there. Thank you. Hi, Sona. Already, you W'd, you move towards them, just channel the Q. I don't, like, E towards them, Q. There's no big threats here. V Sona. Oh, I wish we clicked Sona. If she didn't have 100 mana, she can't even ult. Real ancient champion right there. So, the entire early game, every single step needs to be towards your attack towards Sona. That's the only goal you have to play around. Whenever you mix it up, invading their jungle, ganking mid lane, you waste time on killing the Sona early game. You know? And that's your whole goal. You don't have to do these things. And whenever you do, you give up the bot lane state, and then therefore opportunities to attack not only Sona, but then her ADC either after she dies or as a consequence of Sona dying. And you don't have to play it wide, especially if you're bad at Pyke. It's like, let's just practice this new thing, you know? Let's keep running the same gambit over and over so that we can actually get some like reps on the same muscle group, you know? If we're going to do one curl, one push-up, and then run 1 mile, it's not going to get us anywhere. But if we run 10 miles, you know, hey, we're going to get quite the workout with our legs, right? So that's kind of the stuff I see here, where it's too wide, too early. And then you pay the price and the gameplay becomes scattered. And where you said the game's all over the place, it's like, hey, man, you played a part in it based off your moves, the choices that you did. Okay. So we try to hook the Kaisa, she dodges, and then W, instantly cancel the W with the E to try to get onto the Sona. When I think you can just stay on the Kaisa here. Do you have to help Malzahar kill Sona? No. So let's stay on Kaisa with Mordekaiser because she goes in. But you had already buffered that E. There's just no need to do it that fast. Give yourself some time, but then also it's like you want to focus the carries here. In this case, it's like let's kill Kaisa first, and then kill the Sona. Why? It's like our jungle and our AD are on the Kaisa. Can our mid laner deal with the support solo? Yes. Already about to cash in right here. Wah! Hey! Get in there. E, auto, ulti. Oh, don't Q, don't... You want to share the gold, big man. E, ulti. I've done that camera shit before, too. Hey, man, don't feel bad about that camera. I'm a support main at heart, and listen, I still do that shit with my camera every now and then. Can't help it, I'm a noob. So then going into the mid game here, you guys need to keep something going. It's just like how do you break these turrets? You got me. I mean, Mordekaiser Pyke is not a great combo here. So I would just kind of follow the plays here as they happen, and then hopefully as your team wins plays, then you can take the turrets as you go. But easier said than done. This is rough. Already Mid lane L, no problem. Auto. Whoa, Nelly. Do we need to kill Singed? If we kill Singed, what do we get? Do we get mid turret? No, don't flash. Don't flash. It's no big deal, man. This is unlucky. We go for a ward and then boom. That will show you. But then Skarner can do this because why? Get this shit off the screen. Because we ganked mid and gave up our bot lane wave state. So then they have the option to attack. And that's what they did. So you simply can't be past defensive at that point. We die, we reset mid, they take bot turret, and then it's like, how in the hell are we ever gonna get bot turret ever? Because we got a problem here. We need to get mid, top, we need to get top, mid, and bot turret. And I don't know how we do that, so instead, let's just fight for the Rift Herald, fight for the dragon when it's coming up, and then see what we can do. Once it's you, Malzahar, Mordekaiser, and Zeri grouped up, then you can all look to invade, but whenever it's just a couple of you, it might be hard because everyone has such low damage. Okay. I just don't know what you're doing at that point. You're looking for a play without your carries in mind. Your Mordekaiser's right here, Malzahar's right here, Zeri's right there. Malzahar's farming mid, Zeri's farming bot, Mordekaiser's farming the jungle, and the Rift Herald's coming up. Need I say more, you know? Alrighty, how in the fuck do we win this game from this point? It's like, yeah, we have massive scaling in Gangplank, Malzahar, and Zeri, don't get me wrong, but we have, like, not good enough utility. Because they have meatballs. They have Aatrox, Skarner, and Singed. So they have a whole lot like more variance going into the mid game because their mid game is just simply stronger. We have stronger late game. Good luck getting there. Yeah. Good luck getting there with this fucking early game, man. You don't even have to have a stellar early game, you know, just not one with a massive amounts of losses. Okay. In the team fights, what's your goal? To get your ult onto the carries and then get picks on unsuspecting targets. So if you're stacked with your team, it's usually not that useful because the enemy team's going to be looking here. They'll move up to like here, look to attack there. And then if you're W'd right here, and then you just appear channeling your Q, it's very awkward for them. Whereas if they're right here, you're right there, you channel your Q, they walk away, your Q, you throw your Q, it can't land. They walk in, your champion fucking sucks. So you need to play on the outskirts, which is very unique to Pyke, but yeah, hey man, that's part of it. As an assassin support, that's how you, I mean, hey, Kaisa did it right there. Jamie, can we get a replay on that? Exactly, you know? The W like acts like a threat, makes the enemy have to think, and then you appear, and then the enemy has to react. Versus, here comes the hook, everyone! You know what I mean? Alrighty, we will stay level 7 until the game ends. We were level 5 at like 9 minutes, and now we're level 7 at 17, you know? This game's over. There's like, listen, man, I don't know what you would pop. How do you guys fucking win? Let's go Gangplank. Let's go Malzahar. The early steps that you need to take in terms of Okay, so the early steps that you need to take are going to be more important than whatever the fuck happens here in the late game, in my opinion. And those early steps is going to be to keep attacking the same thing. Why? It's like, 1, you are stronger if you have a successful attack. 2, some advantage. And then 3, like lane position advantage / punish. Because champions like Sona and Kaisa have a very fucking rough time crashing a wave against Pyke. So even if you're just waiting in lane for the wave to be pushing towards you, and then you can W past 2, 3 stacked minion waves, it's no problem. And then you can try to look for a hook on them. Things like that is what you need to keep hammering, rather than chasing whatever is happening on the map, because then you give up all of this, and then what is your gameplay, man? Is it invading with Mordekaiser jungle? That doesn't seem very good to me. Is it ganking Malzahar mid with no ult? Sorry for the flame, but you know what I mean. Alrighty. I hope that helps.